All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Infinite Gold Podcast. It's your show host, Bre and Anthony Goldner. Today, we are going to dive into our, the recap of the Colorado Totality that we just came back from a week ago now, because it's Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
How you feeling, babe?
I needed this energy.
Yeah,
Instead
you
of-
know what? Cheers. Me
Yeah.
too.
Instead of coffee that we normally do, we're going delicious freedom energy drink.
Is that the flavor we picked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Needed
My
it.
favorite. It tastes like the hype that we had all weekend long.
Oh,
If I'm being completely honest.
it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I think the hype of the event was even more hyped than what's in our cup right now.
And I'm pretty hyped with what's in my cup. Just goes to show how hyped I was for the weekend.
So good. Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about, the takeaways, some of the aha moments we had, our favorite moments, and just kind of like a check-in, see how we're feeling. So I know for you and I both, we had the same takeaway, come to find out when we were both like linking back up from calls.
It's almost like we're married and
Yeah.
hang out together or
Like-minded.
something like that. Yeah.
It's like one brain or something.
Yeah, they say opposites attract. We're pretty much more of the same rather than opposites.
In some ways,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Well, I'm a man, you're a girl. Like there are some
you're
opposites.
a buffalo, I'm a bear. I think that's as opposite as it gets.
Yeah, probably. I'd say so. One's an extroverted and one's introverted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So, anyways, the takeaway that you and I both had was from David Meltzer's talk, and that was when
What? David Meltzer was there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, we had some heavy hitters there.
There
I'm
were-
just saying.
they were some amazing.
Uh-oh.
Greg brought the people.
Oh, when Greg says he's gonna bring the fire, he freaking brings the fire. And when he was saying to us, like, hey, everybody, y'all better bring your Depends because you're gonna shit yourselves.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been more true. He said what he said, and he freaking delivered.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Greg. Celebrated his birthday.
Yep. 40th.
Yep, big 4-0, biggest like birthday party ever.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
But anyways, back to that takeaway. From what David Meltzer had said, he had talked about giving, and he elaborated on the give, receive, and the one big ask.
Oof.
And
That's the one that got me.
that's what got me too. And I was just like, of all the things, that was like the one thing that really stuck with me. And we're both givers, and we don't have a giving problem. It's
No.
the receiving part.
Correct.
So receiving, when someone offers you help or offers to, do something for you,
Yeah.
receive it, take it, receive it. And that's something I'm like, I'm really going to work on, because the other part that kind of like links to that is the asking part. Asking when we need help.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I know I have an issue with asking for help. And so when the help's being offered, I need to accept it. So when I have to receive something of that extent, I need to take it in. Because especially when it comes to our kids, I have a hard time saying, no, I got it. No, I got it. If someone's offering to help, yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'm gonna reframe that.
Which, by the way, Hugh, you're amazing.
Yes.
So is Amanda. So is
And
Fire.
Amanda,
A bunch of people,
all
but
the people.
we truly appreciate it. The big thing that I had that he elaborated that helped me see further into it was when he talked about receiving is if you don't receive the help, if you don't receive something that someone's trying to provide to you, you're taking away from them their ability to help you.
Yes.
So like everybody knows that when you give to someone, when you help someone out, you feel amazing. Like it's just that warm, cuddly, that like, yes, I was able to help them out.
Yes.
If they don't receive that or take that, they just deprived us or deprived you of that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I at first I never even thought of it that way. I thought of like, well, I don't need the help. I don't want to take the help. And then I thought, oh, I just deprived them of that really good feeling of giving me something. And I'm like, oh, well, now that allows me to receive more than the giving that we just constantly do.
Yeah.
And to follow up to your ask, I hate asking, but now that I think about it, I'm also now depriving somebody of being
Who
able
wants to help us.
Yes, like
we have to ask. So it's like ask when we need help, ask when we need connections to certain people.
Yes.
Like those people may have tools that we need to accomplish a task of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Those connections are important. So asking for that kind of help can make you or break you, I feel like.
Well, I mean, if you don't ask for it, you're
not going to get it.
You're not going to get it.
Ask and you shall receive.
Exactly.
Wow.
But it's so true. It's like, and it again just goes back to like, what's the worst thing that happens? They say no, or they can't help you, or not right now.
Yeah, and there's more than one person.
There's
multiple people on this planet. There's plenty of people to ask, and we keep saying how small world, how we know some people all over in some places, and they happen to know somebody out by us, and vice versa. And we're like, wow. So there's plenty of people that you can ask, that you can make connections with, to make that one big ask.
Yep. Just remember,
it's a revolving thing.
That ask is at the end.
Yes.
The ask is not at the beginning. The ask is not like the second you join a community, you get into the room and you're just starting to ask for everything. Like, hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. Hey, I just spent this money, so can I get this? Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can I get that? Whoa. Slow down. Let's start giving
first. Priority service.
Yeah. Let's start giving first. You join something, you come into the room. Let's start with the giving part. Let's start giving. Mm-hmm. If someone wants to provide you something, go ahead and receive it. Later on down the road, if there's something you need, feel free to ask, but let's not start with the ask. There are some people out there that they just jump straight to that, and you're like, slow down, buddy.
The vampire energy in the room.
Exactly. Like, whoa, slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was obviously my biggest takeaway from it, and that kind of leads into my favorite moment also of the weekend was the VIP dinner. Like the heavy hitters that were in the room, the amazing people, the talks that you got during the VIP dinner, and the panel that you got during the VIP that you did not get unless you went. Just goes to show that if you go to an event and they have a VIP dinner or a VIP event and you can afford to go, you need to go. You find a way to go because you're going to learn and network and interact with people on a completely different scale, completely different level.
Yeah. And that like takes it back to access, priority, and service.
Yeah. The main two ones.
If you don't pay your way in, you're not going to get that beneficial information, that beneficial and powerful relationship that you can build with somebody that, who knows, something big can come from it. And I remember actually, I think it was Dan talking about how he made the connection with, I'm spacing on names. There's so many awesome people out there. Man in the Arena. Garrett White. Yes. How he was talking, how he like made a connection with Garrett White, and like, he didn't have that thought about starting the Man in the Arena until he was sitting on his couch like 4 hours later at his place. And that wouldn't have come to that if he hadn't made that relationship. And I thought that was really cool that he was able to, tell that story.
Yeah. And it also just goes to show is everybody's always growing. Everybody's always leveling up. Like, we're not all here to stay at the same level. And that goes for even the top people in the room.
Oh, yeah.
They're there to grow as well.
Well, and they didn't get there by staying the same and being stagnant and staying in one comfortable spot saying like, oh, I got up to here. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, then they wouldn't be as great as they are.
I mean, we talk about in law enforcement, complacency kills.
Yeah.
If you're being complacent, you think you're at the top, well, you're no longer anywhere near it.
Yeah. It's making those intentional relationships, starting those intentional relationships and making connections with people.
I like it.
Being personal.
Oh, always. So what was your favorite moment? Or did I steal that one from you too?
No, no. That was a good one. I think because if I could say the entire event was my favorite.
Agreed.
133%. Yes. I think it had to have been at the end of the event. Wow, maybe I need to take another sip of that energy drink.
It's a good idea.
At the end of the event, when we closed it out and everyone like just came into the center and like gave the biggest hug. Like literally everybody in the room came to the center of the room.
Yep.
And just like all the love that you felt.
Oh yeah.
The power you felt, because everybody's like vibrating at a high frequency now because they're all hyped up from the amazing weekend that we just had, the amazing speakers we had, all the experiences that were created, the emotion, everything, like top to bottom.
Oh yeah.
Like that, I think that was a big highlight for me. I really enjoyed
That's so
that.
good. It was a good experience. And the best part about all that too is the kids are all there.
Oh yeah.
It's families, it's kids, it's everybody. Like we're all in there learning together, growing together.
Yeah.
Like the play was hilarious and was
Shout out
awesome.
to Fire for orchestrating all that with the kids.
Like the kids are learning. Like it's amazing. Like you don't see that everywhere.
Right. So recap, because our listeners probably wondering like, okay, what the heck was this play about? They basically rehearsed like their own totality event and each of them that had roles were a lot of our main speakers, like, you know, Greg and Hugh and Kip and Laura, Craig and Meredith,
Chris and Carly.
Chris and Carly, all of those people. Each of the kids like had roles like that, and they played everyone so well.
It was pretty good.
It was great, and they were basically recapping everything that we as the adults are learning in the big room. We call it the big room. They're learning it in the kids' room. Yeah. So they're out there emulating us, and we're just like, wow, like this is the next generation. These are the next generations that we know are going to carry on the final percent. I'm so freaking stoked.
Oh yeah. And while they're doing all of that, they're also selling tea and lemonade in between the intermission in order to help them provide more value to the kids by buying more things and growing the kids as well. So they're selling things to make themselves better, to make the rooms better.
Yeah. And they're learning a little bit about entrepreneurship.
They are.
And being in business at every totality event, at just every event in general. Because even the summit, they had it as well. They open up the kids store where, you know, whether they're selling the iced tea and lemonade or they worked on these like little projects and
the jewelry and stuff.
The hand painted rocks. Like I have one that I picked out from, I think, the Seattle Totality last year. I still have it. It's on my nightstand. I look at it every day when I get up in the morning, and I'm just like that. I feel a little bit of power from that because it takes
the energy.
The energy. It takes me back. It takes me back to those moments.
Yeah.
So the kids thing, that was awesome.
And just imagine if were doing that at that age.
Right?
Yeah. Wouldn't just be getting into entrepreneurship now. It would have been a long time ago.
A long time ago. Yeah. I can only imagine where they're going to be.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be great.
Well, and then what was your biggest aha moment? You got to thinking about that?
It was the recap. It was the ask part. So it was obviously the give, the receive was the ask. That was my aha moment, was obviously receiving, and the aha, like, well, if I don't receive, I'm taking away them from being able to give. And then the really aha was the ask, is just by you asking, you shall receive type of thing. And by asking, you're again allowing that person to give. So you're giving them that opportunity. If you don't ask, they don't have that opportunity to give, especially if they have something to provide.
Right. My aha moment really it was towards the end, and I think I started to feel it like midway of the event, but it really hit hard for me at the tipping dinner. After the event was completely over. I finally realized that I actually felt like another one of the professionals in the room. And man, that was a moment. For the longest time, I dealt with a little bit of the imposter syndrome. I won't lie and be super vulnerable with you. And I know every big entrepreneur out there has had a moment of that same feeling. And that was a feeling that I had for a while. And then it wasn't until this event that it sank in. And I feel like I stepped into my coaching role.
That's awesome.
I feel like I could help somebody at a moment's notice.
That's good.
That was
so good. I witnessed it. I saw it. It was an amazing feeling, even for myself, looking in at you and seeing the emotion, seeing the vulnerability, seeing that, like, yep, I got this. Like, this is who I am now, and this is who I'm going to continue to be.
Yeah. I think that was almost like another like a weight off my shoulders too. Like, okay, shit, now you've stepped into your power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is where you're meant to be. Like,
It's your mom's superpower.
yeah,
No,
yeah. Like,
I
I mean,
loved it.
aside from like the superpower of being the best mom and wife in the world to my family,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the best coach in the world
So good.
to my clients,
Get
to
ready.
anybody who
Stand
I can
by.
help.
Yeah.
So that took me a little while to let that sink in. And I was just like, oh shit, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
It
Now,
was that feeling.
now, for anybody out there, for moms, for entrepreneurs, if you're out there and you're kind of stuck in between this limbo, this imposter syndrome, or you're not sure what you want to do, reach out to us. We'd love to help you. And as you could see, it doesn't just come easy. Like, this didn't just come out of
No.
thin air for us. Like, we worked to get to where we are now, and we're still going to be working past this to get even further. But join us along the way. If you need help, reach out to us, DM us, message us. Some of you have our phone numbers. Hit us up. We are here to serve you and teach
Amen.
you what we have struggled with along the way. One of the biggest things from that as well is, again, it's just this giving. We love to give, and seeing the eyes and like them crying of receiving $6,000 in a tip,
Oh yeah,
and
the
like
tipping dinner.
she was like,
Every time.
it gets me. It
That's
gets me
another
every
part.
time.
That's another favorite part of the events.
Yeah.
Whenever we go to our tipping dinner at the end, and the smiles and the tears, like you said, the feelings that the servers are getting.
She's in college. We just paid for part of her college. She
Yep.
she said
She
like
was
she
like,
was
I just paid for college.
yeah, and like I got all teared up. I'm like, that's amazing, and it just goes to show like we work hard for things, but we also work hard to provide for others that can't do it themselves.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest reason I know that you and I want to be able to become successful financially, so we can continue to give
Mhm.
back.
Exactly.
You know, that's. I'm still. It's getting me like choked up
Yeah.
on the inside.
It's an amazing feeling.
You're changing someone's life.
Yeah.
How can like when we go to do stuff like that and seeing the appreciation and the love that they feel like, and the surprise
The surprise.
and
Because they've never gotten
the
it.
appreciation that you know that they're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to show that, human kindness is still there.
It is.
We have to just
Do more of it.
Yeah, we need to do more of it and
Spread the word.
keep spreading the
Mhm.
love, spreading the kindness.
So if this is something that interests you and you're like, wow, how do I see that? You need to come out to our next event. Go to thefinalpercent.com, look at events. You need to go to our next one. Sounds like the next one could be either Seattle, it could be California, it could be New York. It could be a lot of different places. So follow us on Instagram. You're gonna want to get to this next event. They're all amazing every single time. So,
Yes.
3 golden nuggets. Instead of sentences and what have you, we've got words this time for you.
Yeah.
From the event, what are your 3?
So my 3, excuse me over here, just tapping on my Remarkable. So I wrote mine down, and I think they just landed literally right before we did this, and I didn't get to sit and to think about it until I'm like, what are the top 3 feelings that I feel right now that we're going to share as a golden nugget? So the first one I have is empowered, joyful,
So good.
and inspired. The empowerment I felt just from being in the room with such incredible people. Literally, it's I know what some of our community members have said, the final percent really restored my faith in humanity. And I feel like that's exactly how I've felt that as well. Like, you can make true, genuine connections and build relationships with people who really want you to win.
That's the biggest thing right there. Is there's so many places where they're just trying to suck the life out of you. They're just trying to get your money. They're just trying to do this. You come to our event, it's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different ballgame. Like, we actually, truly, deep down, want you to win.
Yes. Yeah. And the high like, again, I've talked about this before, the high frequency of everybody in the room.
Yeah.
You'll even hear Ed Milet talking about it on his podcast as well. People at high frequencies and like operating with other people that may not be met there yet. But being around, if you're like, if you come in at a lower frequency because you're just not there yet, and you're surrounded by all these people that are on high frequencies, all of their energy helps bring your energy up.
100%. Every time.
Every time. And so, like, how we kicked off the event, it's 8:30 in the morning. We're getting everybody pumped. Half of us are like still putting down our coffee.
Yep.
We got the lights. We got the music. Michael Jackson. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. So
exactly.
Greg will do it way better than I
Yeah.
can. But with our glow sticks out there and getting everybody out of their seats.
Yep.
Maybe we're not jumping just yet, but we're bouncing a little bit and kind of got like all of that energy just from, the coaches alone, because we were getting everybody going and we're getting everybody hyped up and ready to go for the event. And like, hey, everybody, welcome. You're here. Like, we are so happy you're here. We're so happy to meet you. That was a big empowering feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel like I get that way every time we step into the room with our community.
Of course. I love it.
Like the most hyped.
Yep. Every single time.
So, and joyful, I don't think I've ever been at one of those events and not been anything less than joyful. Just everyone's smiling, even when we're having like really hard moments, like tactical transformations.
Yep.
There's some hard stuff that comes out and really, really tough stuff that people are sharing with you, like the personal stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you feel it in your heart. And even in those moments, like we're getting to the joyful part after this.
Oh yeah.
We're getting you through the breakthrough without the breakdown.
Exactly.
And I loved that. And the inspiring part, just the speakers that are sharing their stories, how they've had their own trials and tribulations and how they conquered them. And obviously what they did on their path worked and it got them to where they are now. So now they get to share their story with us and help empower us to write our own story and help empower others, and it just be a continuous cycle of empowering others.
I love it. That's great.
What are your three?
3. So I went with the rewords.
Rewords.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went with the rewords this time. And first one was rejuvenated.
Okay.
So it was what? The last one was another Colorado one. So it was like 6 months ago. No. Yeah, it was about 6 months ago since our last one.
Oh, Summit.
Yeah, it was Summit.
Yes.
So I'm like, I needed this. This is what we needed. We worked so hard the last 6 months. We were going through coaching. We were doing this, doing that. I just needed this rejuvenation of this energy, this hypeness, like everything. So I completely felt rejuvenated as it was going on, and I still feel it now. Also recalibrated. So again, it was just grind. And now I was able to kind of recalibrate myself. I was able to learn some more stuff, learn some more tactics, more tools. Yeah. So that way I can kind of recalibrate and shift my mindset and shift the way I'm doing certain things into what's going to work best for the long run. And then remarkable. So it basically comes down to what you said. Everything that you said is the entire event was remarkable. The entire event was amazing. Next level. It was just everything. And if you really are in a down spiral, if you're really at the down and you really need help with your personal mindset, you need help with your vitality, recovery, you need help with your business, your any professional endeavors you have, maybe it's just hobbies, you need help with a community, you need a like-minded community, you need to check us out. You need to check out the Final Percent Infinite Gold.
Don't go it alone.
Don't do it alone.
You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Okay, you can, but
it's going to take
you a long ass time. The power of community and having a mentor and a coach helps you collapse decades into days.
Yep.
If you can get that much closer to your said goals or your milestones that much quicker and it take less time, because you've learned from the professionals who've been there, done that, or people that have shared, their stories and how they got through it. Wouldn't you want to get there quicker?
You would think so.
Wouldn't you want to get there quicker? Don't pride yourself on being self-made.
No.
Hey, there's a lot of people out there that do that. Don't pride yourself on being self-made, because if we're being real honest, there's the people that do, they still have team members. They're just not acknowledging them. Nobody truly successful ever did it alone.
Nope.
They've had a community. They've had a team. They've had a village. have you, they've had their people.
Mm-hmm.
The final percent is our people.
There it is.
So you need to get in touch with us.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram.
Yep.
Anthony D. Goldner, Bre Goldner. Follow our podcast, Infinite Gold Podcast. Follow the final percent and
TFP Connect app.
TFP Connect app. Get in touch with us. Let us help you. Again,
Give us a DM.
Yeah.
Say, hey, how's it going? We're real people. Okay?
Exactly.
we like to meet new people. We
Yes.
want to build relationships, and we want to help you grow.
All right. So stop being a fly on the wall and stop, not diving in. Dive in. Let us help you. We love you guys all more, and we'll see you on the next one.
Toodles.
Cheers.
Okay, bye.